The Mets dropped both games of their brief two-game set against the Houston Astros. They've lost 3 straight games for the first time all season. For Mets fans, you would think that the sky is falling, but I'm here to remind you that it is not, as the Mets still sit with a 3-game advantage in the NL East. So let's go back to Tuesday night. The Mets lose 9-1 at the hands of the Houston Astros. Carlos Carrasco with another bad start against Houston, 4 1/3, 6 earned runs, and 2 homers in the game. This makes for 11 earned runs and 4 homers in his last 2 starts against Houston. In the month of June, his ERA sits at 6.47, 21 earned runs, and 36 hits. With Mets' injured rotation, DeGrom obviously still working his way back. We'll get into that a little bit later. McGill is now placed on the 60-day IL, and Scherzer obviously is not quite back yet. Starts like this by Carrasco are definitely magnified. And on the other side of things, Framber Valdez absolutely dominated this Mets lineup. He went 8 scoreless innings, scattering 6 hits and striking out 5 Mets hitters. Here's Buck on Valdez and the game Tuesday night.
We knew he was going to keep the ball on the ground, work the bottom half enough. He's got a lot of movement, a lot of secondary stuff that you have to honor. It's not a whole lot of secrets anymore. By the time you play in a game, you know what they're going to attempt to do, and sometimes their stuff and their command doesn't allow you to do anything. You hope they have get some balls in places where they don't normally get them, which they do, and you got to make them pay. When he did, we weren't able to capitalize. But we, some at bats to get some people out there. Would have loved to see Carlos get a clean inning there to start off with and get his feet on the ground. But you could tell by the way that Valdez was pitching, there wasn't going to be much margin for error. That happens a lot. We'll get it again tomorrow.
Shifting over to Wednesday, it was an absolute pitcher's duel in this one. 2-0 Astros beat the Mets. Justin Verlander and Taijuan Walker were the main players in this game. The Mets' best chance actually came in the first inning after a leadoff double from Brandon Nimmo. The Mets stranded runners at first and third at the end of the inning. When you have a good pitcher like Justin Verlander on the ropes and you don't make them pay, it allows Verlander, and it certainly allowed Verlander yesterday, to settle into a groove. He retired 12 straight batters at one point, ended up going 8 scoreless innings, giving up just 2 hits to the Mets and striking out 6 batters. He continues to show himself as one of the best pitchers in baseball, 2.03 ERA, which is 4th best in Major League Baseball, despite being 39 years old. Let's hear what Buck had to say on Justin Verlander.
A lot of times as guys get older, their stuff kind of goes down a little bit in their command and assortment of pitches, but he's still carrying everything. You're a fan of baseball, you do appreciate what he's doing at a high level late in his career. Who knows late? He'll probably pitch another 4 or 5 years, but no, it's nothing that we haven't seen before. He's been doing it for a long time, but he's a challenge. We knew it coming in, and as advertised. But our guy matched him for the most part. It was really we were in that ballgame because of Ty Walker.
Taijuan Walker was also great. He went toe-to-toe with Justin Verlander in this one. He went 7 1/3, giving up just 4 hits and retiring 9 batters in a row at one point. Here's Walker on what worked for him yesterday.
I felt like I had everything working today. They were being aggressive. Got a lot of first pitch strikes, first pitch outs. They were swinging at the 2-seam, so we just kind of stuck with the 2-seam into the righties. And, we just got a lot of soft contact today, which is good. And the defense behind me was really, really good.
However, the Mets could not take advantage of his dominant start. Drew Smith came on in the 9th inning to give up a 2-out, go-ahead 2-run homer by Jason Castro, which eventually was all the Astros needed to get the win. Here's Drew Smith on his appearance against the challenging Astros lineup.
I love the challenge. I love going in there in games like that. That's what you want as a reliever. You want to be in those high leverage spots. And unfortunately, I didn't do my job this time, but looking forward to more opportunities in those situations and hopefully bounce back.
While the Mets lost 3 straight, the Atlanta Braves won the first 2 games of their 3-game set against the Philadelphia Phillies, with another one set for tonight at 6:05. The NL East lead for the Mets is down to 3 games. Their lead has not been that small since April 18th. While the lead was at 5 games at the beginning of this 2-game set, I got a chance to talk to Brandon Nimmo about his focus, or lack thereof, on the NL East standings while playing every night. And how do you balance, obviously looking at the standings and you guys sitting atop the NL East, you know, looking at the Braves maybe behind you guys, but also just about going out every day and playing baseball yourself. So how do you guys balance that?
I think you kind of just tell yourself the more that you do this, that, you know, we'll see where we're at in August, and then we'll start maybe paying attention to standings and whatnot. You know, other than that, you just want to come out every day and give it your best effort. And if you do that, you know, good things usually happen over the long term. So right now, you know, we're just focusing on coming out every day that we play and try and play good baseball and see where we lie after that. But I think it's you kind of just wait until August before you start looking behind and in front.
At the end of this brief 2-game set, Taijuan Walker was asked about the concern level with the Braves fighting behind the Mets.
You know, we won a lot of series so far, and you know we still got some pieces coming. I think Max will be back soon, and so we got some guys coming right now, and I think we'll be fine. I'm not worried about it.
While the Braves' shortening of the Mets' lead is a concern, it's important to note a few things. First of all, the Mets made it through June. They went 13-12 in June to be exact. They have not been above 500 in this horrible month of June for Mets fans since 2012. At the same time, they did it without their two aces, Scherzer and DeGrom. Max Scherzer threw 80 pitches in his latest rehab start just last night, and his next start may be with the New York Mets. DeGrom is awaiting his next test, which will most likely be a rehab start coming soon. While most Mets fans seem to think that the sky is falling, New York does remain atop the NL East with 10 games against the Rangers, Reds, and Marlins coming up. At the same time, their stars at the top of the rotation are due to return. Everyone knew the Braves would not let the Mets run away with this division. As the NL East race heats up, it is sure to be an exciting couple of months in Queens. For WFUV Sports, I'm Sam Davis.